Okay, so let's get started. So, religion is very confusing. Not confusing, but it's just, I know that people have their own beliefs, and it can be a very sensitive topic. I look like I have what's it called? A coconut hairstyle. Is it called coconut? I don't know, but like the bowl haircut. It looks like I have it. This. Anyways, I think religion, I respect all religions if it doesn't hurt anybody, because I think that I believe in God and I believe in the devil. I know the devil's real. And this how I feel like I was, I'm confused. I'm non-denominational, which means like I'm not in a religion. I just believe in God. I believe in the Bible, and I believe in the devil. And because I know the side of Christians are people who are really bashful, like judgmental, and that's not what's in the Bible. So I don't like to categorize myself into like a religion. I was always said I was a Christian, but I think Christian can be, like it can be not judgmental. It depends on the people, but I just don't want to be in a group where it seems like it's so judgmental and stuff. I just want to be more open, because I think that when there are a lot of Christians that bash people that are gay and that are doing bad things, and like really judgmental, and I don't believe in that. I think that just like the Bible says, don't judge and all that. And I think that if somebody's gay, you don't support that, then you should just be there for them, because I don't think that judging them will help. And I go to a church that's black and white, Mexican, all colors, Asian, and so I really liked that. When I was at my dad, my dad's black, my mama is mixed with black and white. My mom looks white though, because my grandmother she's lighter than me, so she's more white than she is black. She's more, so that's why I'm so light. But my older sister, I think she's lighter than me, I think, and then my little sister is darker than me and my older sister. And okay, anyways, since my dad lives in a place that's really small. It's at first my dad lived with us like in Tupelo, and then my parents divorced, and then he went to live with his grandmother, and she died, but he went to live with her, and when she died, he just stayed there. And what's it called? Yeah, he lives in the house over there where she lives. And since it's such a small town, and it's Mississippi, and where the place that he lives in is like really small. At first they had probably one restaurant. Like when you go, it used to be like when you want to eat somewhere, you had to leave that town, drive 15 minutes away to get to food. because, you know, there'll just be like this gas station, you know, that was been there for decades probably, but they might just upgraded it. But anyways, we went, so when my parents were together, when we lived, you know, in Tupelo, we would, since my dad and them, I think they really just go into this church in the place that my grandmom was living at. I'm just gonna call it Stark or something. It's not Starkville, like, you know, not Mississippi State, but I'm just gonna say Stark. So when he was, since my grandmother, she would always go to this church, and she's, you know, black, but she's like the same skin or lighter than me, and she I think she's been going to the same church for decades, and it's Christian. It's really Christian, and it's only like I think she's like the first black person to go to the church, and so we were always like the only black people there. And then later on, you know, I think like one or two black people came, like started coming. So, but they were really nice, and, you know, you can't really, I know that you can't really be like, well, they're not racist or anything, because like I said, I think it's everywhere, you know, every state, every city, it's people who may be racist, but it's just they're really like a closeted racist, you know. But they were so sweet and caring and stuff. But I don't really think that way, but I just, in the back of my head, you know, I'm not, because I don't want to, I want to be in middle ground, like, you know, they're really nice, but I just hate when people say that, because they could just act nice, you know, but they were really friendly, and it was just really, like, the only bad thing is that it was, like, no learning. It was really boring. I know, it's like, what, boring? But it's just like, so it was, I keep on saying like, but it was like we were in the 1960s. Like, okay, I'm not saying, you know, with all the things that happened back then, but I'm saying like how it was. They didn't have no screens or anything. It was like from the book, like you read from the book, you sung from the book. You know, now it's like you read from the projector thing, whatever you call it, the thing on the wall. But it was just really, and we would read like old books from like the 19 something. It was old books, and we would sing old songs. I was just like, what? Like, what's going on? Like, aren't we moving on from these songs? But we would sing the same song, so it was like, so, and when he would preach, it would be you, and it would just be like stuff you already knew. Like, it wouldn't like motivate you or something like what I think church should be like. It should be help you get better, but it was just like facts, and that's all. Like, you're just like, okay, so what am I supposed to do with that? You know, like, I don't know, like, I'm just saying, I don't know, it was just not. And then they would talk in a monotone, like, nah. I was like, but like, finally, like, but we would have to drive like 25 minutes away to go to the church every Sunday with my mom, my dad, my little sister, me, and my older sister. And yeah, my grandmother went, my aunt went, because she lives where my grandmother lives still, and my uncle, you know, my cousin. So yeah, but the Bible studies were really old-fashioned. Like, it was like, you know, a really old-fashioned church. And there's some more old-fashioned stuff, but I can't really think of it right now. I have to talk to my dad, and there's just a lot of older people that are over 60, and, you know, it's just more like that. Oh yeah, and my The preacher, when I was little, he got struck by lightning and died. Yeah, so there was a new one, and we left before them because that's when my family divorced. My mom was ready. She was like, well, she wasn't ready to leave, but I'm saying like she knew that the church wasn't, some churches aren't helpful to you. It's not, you don't feel like it's helping, like, you have a right match for church or wherever you want to go, but you know what I'm saying, like, it has to fit you. That's why you should look around for different churches. But yeah, I don't like how I had to dig more into Christianity, because I just think that if you believe in God and that, and you take the Bible and you try to get better and learn from the Bible, then you can become a better person than this. And I don't think that there should be a label for it, but if it's somewhere in the Bible, then yeah, I need to, if it says something like that, then I need to change, and I'll try, to work on that. Yeah, but I just base my morals on the Bible, because it really is like a healthy way of living, and you can really feel that when you live morally right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you do the right things, because there has to be a God if you're doing good things, and then good things happen. That's what I think. But I just have a feeling, about it. About relationships, I don't know if you're talking about like dating relationships, but I'll talk about dating and my nose, but the relationships. Okay, I am very, very anti, and I know, like, I say that a lot, probably, but a lot of times when I was friends in high school and the middle school, if they weren't good for me, whatever, I wouldn't understand that. I was just feeling like, oh, I'm just not feeling good. I didn't know that the bad feelings I was feeling was because of the when somebody's not feeling good, or like they're insecure. Like, I didn't know that energy could travel to me, and so I was like, oh my goodness, like, I just felt depressed, and I didn't know why. I was like, I just thought, oh my goodness, I just don't feel good, and I just didn't realize that it was because, now after 20 years, I'm like, oh, it's because, I was around people who are not good for me, and I think I tend to do that a lot. I say only because I will not put up with crap. I will not, like, I will put up with it in the moment, but then, I'm just like, I'll never see them again, never. But sadly, when it's about school, you see them every day. Like, you can't get away from them. So it's funny though, because when it be the next year, when you have new classes, I would be like, I would just completely cut off the people who I went to class with in the past, because I was like, they're not good for me. And now I'm more like that, because I know that it's not for me. Like, I can feel their energy, like if they're gonna be good to me or not, and I don't want to get hurt, so I always give, and people take advantage of that, and I don't try to like, I'm so like, I kind of appear like kind of cold, because I'm trying to show you, like, don't mess with me, because if you ask me for help, I won't say yes, sadly. But I'm working on that, because I want to help people, but it's really draining when you feel like you're putting so much energy. I mean, like, you're just giving, and then they're not appreciating it. They might say thank you, but then they'll keep on asking for things, and it's just like, leave me alone. So now it's just like, if they ask for something, I'll say, right now I'll say yes, and then I'll never talk to them again, because I'm like, and because if I feel used, I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll do it, and then I'll do it, and in my head I'm like, I'm never gonna see them again. I'm not gonna talk to them again, because I ain't gonna do this. I don't get. I'm okay with giving, but it's just like I feel used, and I know that it'll continue like it did in the past when I was stuck. I felt stuck since I was in school and seeing the people every day. And, especially it sucked when you were in sports and you have to see them every day, and just like, oh my goodness, like my back of the head's like, run, don't see them again. But then I'm like, oh my goodness, I have to. It's school. And it's something, and I run track with them or something, or I ran track in high school and in middle school, and it's a constant thought of, oh my goodness, I need to get away from this, but not being able to because of school, like, and I'm not a confrontational person. I'm not gonna be like, I don't like you, I don't like your energy and stuff, and I hate that. I know that some people are nice, but they're good people, but they're just going through something, and I can feel the darkness. I'm like, I can't be around that. I need to run, because I feel like I could really get infected by the energy. I'm like, oh my goodness, because it makes me feel their pain. I'm just like, and then I start feeling deeply, and I'm like, that's why I always, like, if I see somebody like that, I'm like, turn around, different direction. I can feel that energy. I'm like, I ain't, because I know that when I feel something, it lasts. It feels like I had to cleanse myself. Like I had to sage myself. Gotta get this energy off of me, because I get so depressed and I start to feel them, and then I'm just, But I think it was okay back then in high school, because I didn't understand that, so I wasn't really like, I need to run away from these people, Now I'm just like, if that happens again, I'm trying to say no, but I just like, I want to help people, and I don't like confrontation, so I'm going to say yes, sadly. It sounds like a coward, I know, but no, I need to work on that. I really do. But I don't like hurting people's feelings, and so I will say yes, because I want to don't want to hurt their feelings, because I know I always go by treat people how you want to be treated, but I'm very, 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 very sensitive. I'm sensitive than a lot of people, and so that's a bad thing when you're really, really, really sensitive, when you think that way, because my mom told me that, and so I've always, like, they really stuck with me, and so it has a negative effect, because now when I treat people how I want to be, well, I don't treat people how I want to be treated. I treat people how I like people. I want people to feel comfortable and stuff, and okay, I don't want somebody to just give me stuff, like help me out all the time, but I want to not give them that bad energy, so treat people how you want to be treated. How I would like is the good energy, and I think that bad energy can come from saying no to people, make them feel bad. So, but I'm working on that. And yeah, like now, when the only people I really am around is my sister's friend and her boyfriend. Sadly, I don't want to be around people, especially when it's somebody who I'm not friends with, because I don't choose to be around you. So it's like when they come, I'm just like, oh my goodness, like people, like I have to, but I've known them since high school. But it's like when somebody apart, like one person, or like when I'm talking to somebody now, I'm not talking about in high school now, I'm talking about now. I know that I'm not gonna be in the situation forever, so I'm just like, friendly and stuff. And then, I don't have any bad intentions towards them if they use me, but I'll just, never talk to them again. Like, I'm just, I don't really feel as much bad now, because I know I can leave the situation and just, you know, and not leave the situation, but I mean, and like, not talk to them on the phone or talk to them on messages or nothing, no communication, not at all, nada, nada. Is that no? Nada. Is that how you say it? But yeah, I think that I'm okay with not really having friends, because it's like my mind is my friend, you know, because I'm always thinking, it's like, oh, I already have somebody here with me, you know, because my mind is always racing with thoughts and stuff, and so I don't really feel alone, because it feels like I just think too much, and I, you know, always come up with songs, and I'm like in my la la land, you know, and then sadly sometimes when something bad happens to me, I come crashing down. I'm like, whoa, I'm actually living. It's not a dream, you know. It feels like a dream sometimes living. But anyways, bye. I'll see you later.